LeChonk. Good morning. I swear, Harry, I'm not just coming on because you just showed up. I have been literally trying to get things organized here because uploading things is taking forever and downloading things. I'm supposed to have, my parents are supposed to have 500 download upstairs. I get about 250 because I'm in the basement. They're rocking a cool 200 and I'm rocking a cool 30. I can't watch any. I actually can't do any gaming. It's really sad. Like oh man. I was actually legitimately looking forward to Unite today, and I can't do it. And it's really upsetting. I wanted to try out the new Comfey buffs. Apparently, I insulted the internet by saying Comfey was strong. I think I was more along the lines of, I remember, let's talk about this on Twitter. Twitter? No. Discord. I was looking at Twitter, my bad. I was talking about this on Discord yesterday. I think it was like, I started off as this kind of character is strong, like the idea of the character is strong, and I'm concerned that if they do the whole Unite, gotta make it meta type of buffs that they do, it's gonna become disgusting and hated, because that's what happened to Yuumi in League of Legends, what happened to Abathur in Heroes of the Storm. Any type of leeching type character or symbiotic character tends to get overtuned and just makes too many other issues. Because the issue is it's not just itself as the threat, it makes anything else a threat at the same time. So you have to nerf that, and if you don't nerf that, then problems just keep growing with the symbiotic character being an issue always. So I'm hoping they didn't overtune it. And we'll see. I don't know. I'm afraid of it, though. I don't trust Unite's balancing. Oh my god, I can't even post GIFs! I just wanted to release the Kraken. I can't. Anyways, hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. We're gonna be playing some games. My Steam was able to connect. That was my concern. Like, right now it's trying to do updates, so I'm just letting that ride out. But it's gonna be a really slow day. We might even just be stuck with, like, game dev or something like that. I don't really know what to do. The one thing I can tell you is if the internet remains, some way or another, you will be getting a major announcement 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time today, 2 p.m. on Twitter, in case you can't make it to the live show. It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. God, this Kung Fu game looks... There we go. By the way, I was trying to find this game. I can't remember if I posted this before, but this was the game that I was talking about. The Kung Fu pixel graphics roguelike. It looks amazing. Like, it actually looks really fun. Just gotta tweak that real quick. Yep. Yeah, bud. We're putting that out. But yeah, so we're gonna be trying to... I'm gonna try... Actually, one of the demos that I wanted to do on Monday before our internet crashed is still up. So we're gonna check out Mob Factory today. We're also gonna check out the... we have a lot of things we gotta do. So we're gonna check out Mob Factory first, because I think we'll spend the least amount of time on that. Then I want to check out another monster collector that I've had my eyes on. It's a fusion-based monster collecting game called Cassette Beasts. It looks very neat. And very dynamic. Oh, dude, Harry, it looks so clean, doesn't it? Like, holy shit. It's just, like, I have not been excited about pixel graphics like that in such a long time. I think it's biased though because it's martial arts, but just the fact that it's martial arts with that amount of like pixels on screen is you should take a look at some of the screenshots they posted. It's called Tenjutsu. It looks beautiful. Is this on Steam yet? It's not. It might be an itch.io game eventually. We'll see. Hi Tim, how you doing? Don't worry about it. Look, man. Look. Please authorize your bot and streamer account so we can use / commands. What is that authorized? Hold on, my bot's not working. Yes, it is. The fuck? It's author. Checking. Yeah, alright, we're good. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it, man. Whatever. I just hit on 3 digital women on Monday or last week. It's a TikTok. Hold on, speaking of which, I gotta get this TikTok rolling because if I don't, it will actually never roll. We have 2,200 characters for captions now on TikTok. I gotta be honest with you, I just like the direction that social media that has short form purposes is going where we're making it long form, because I don't know, like, I'm the type of person where I can talk for 2,200 characters and that will actually help with a lot of posts, but at the same time it wasn't designed to do that. What was wrong with YouTube Shorts? Like, I like as weird as it sounds, I kind of wish you could, rather than just write 2,200 characters or just write 150 characters, I kind of wish when you post the message, you could flag it as short long, right? That way you could just keep scrolling really quickly and look through it, or maybe it opens up and says like see more or something like that, so you could still put, instead of having it, because this is the way I could see it, right? Instead of having a thread and then having 14 tweets underneath that, there could just be a button like see more, and then it just opens up to a 2,200 or 4,000 character limit, right? Oh, suggestions were awful? Yeah, YouTube Shorts has gone through a weird thing because I don't even get to choose my thumbnail anymore for YouTube Shorts. I'm not sure if that's just going to be a partnered feature. I didn't look into it. It didn't really bother me. But, yeah, I feel like some of the things kind of went out of sorts with it. I'm just trying to figure out the tags here. Oh, I mean, yeah, they got the good old. They got some of the good old. Of course, all sarcastic. Some of the good old. This is what women like. This is what men like. Children are the worst, and only 2 of those are correct. No, I'm kidding. Absolutely not. I actually, because I talk with all of my students, some of them don't even know social media, like, thank God, and then there's a couple where they tell me about, like, trends and all this other stuff, and I'm just sitting there staring at them going, like, look, I'm not going to tell you to stop watching social media, but my God, can your parents actually give you something of substance to watch? Because whether you're 8 or 80 years old, this shit's not good for you. It's not good messaging. It's not good, especially for developing and very impressionable minds. Oy, oy, oy. You're getting AT clips? I was getting, actually, to be honest with you, Tim, I'll tell you this story, because I didn't know about Jordan Peterson until I started seeing more of his scandals. But I was being recommended a lot of those on TikTok, and I guess what ended up happening was I got one of his, like, super sensitive and, like, endearing quotes, and I guess it was taken out of context of everything else he was saying, and I was listening, like, oh, this guy's actually, like, it wasn't one of his things where he's spewing, like, men are repressed thing. It was just more about talking, like, men embracing their emotions and stuff like this. So I kind of got fooled by someone taking that out of context, and I'm like, oh, this guy's actually, like, really progressive for someone in this, like, it's just kind of strange to see that, because that was also when I was watching quote of the day and all these other motivational videos on TikTok, because that's what was showing up, motivational videos and then thirst traps. But after a couple of videos, then I started seeing a couple of them, like later on when it was put in my feed, and then I started seeing his actual messaging, and then I started seeing more of his things about him, like him and his scandals and his ideologies, and I'm like, oh shit, oh thank God the algorithm fucked up and showed me the truth. Because it's ironic that it's like, oh, the algorithm that was supposed to push his ideology to help me feel close to him actually screwed him because I have enough of a brain to listen to everything that he said. I don't want to say it's a shame because, you know, I do wish people were actually legitimately nice. It is a waste of potential of what this guy thought he was or thinks he's doing, but in actual fact, he is nowhere near doing anything that he thinks that he's doing. And all of his shit is garbage spewed from some super privileged asshole. So it was just one of those, like, somebody happened to modify it to make it the best lie of his true character. I didn't feel bad about him. It's like that's the point of having a brain, is to discern and identify when someone's trying to screw with you, right? Oh my god, what happened now? What happened to my downloads? No, connection timed out. No, update. Oh, please don't break my I Wanna Maker. Oh, I'll cry. Please don't break it. Oh my god. No, I mean, like, what I mean by wasted potential, I'm not saying I want him to continue to do what he's doing. I'm saying, like, imagine someone who actually had good intention took a message like what Lady's trying to say, not about men being oppressed, but like men having feelings and stuff like this. Imagine he took those nuggets of truth and actually just had good intentions and was a good person. That's what I'm trying to say it, but inevitably, I'm not trying to give this man any redeeming grace or any type of, you know, I'm not trying to give him any credit that he's a good influence on the future, because you can talk well, but being evil is not going to change the fact that you're a snake, right? You're still bite. I was actually reading that parable or that fable of the frog and the scorpion with one of my students, and I was explaining to him that it's like, no matter what they say, there are just certain forces of nature and people out there who will just always be rotten to the core. Oh yeah, of course, Tim, I know, but I'm saying, like, just bare minimum, right? Just doing even the bare minimum of that's the being good, which is true. It's not hard to be a good person. You could be a good person, a critical thinker, and just, you know, do what you can, right? Being a good person is also making mistakes, being able to go with it and say, hey, all right, I know how to do better next time, and just go from there. Something I talk about with my students, a lot of them are afraid of making mistakes because they've been burned for it, and they're very well aware of the impact of, like, if it ever gets out there in the world, that they're worried that their entire reputation will be ruined. I'm like, yeah, that is the power of social media, isn't it? The power in the terrible sense, where do one wrong thing, suddenly your face is all over the world's largest wanted poster, and you're just shit on, and then you literally lose all credibility simply because somebody takes something out of context or something just ruins stuff for you. And yep, oh my god, man, if I Want to Maker crashes, I'm trying to get my games, but it's trying to do an update, but I'm afraid that if it's stuck on connection timed out, that will actually break the game. Luckily, it has its own account, so I'm hoping everything's saved to that cloud and not gonna break. Yeah, exactly. Magic School Bus was a gem of a show. Ahead of its time, too. Very ahead of its time. In some ways. a fun, empowered lesbian for a teacher in the 90s. 90s? Not whatever. I think it was in the 90s. Was very progressive for the time. Yeah, she was lesbian. She had a wife, didn't she, or a girlfriend? I believe they showed that she had a girlfriend at some point. I thought she had a girlfriend, or was it, who was the other woman who looked like similar and they would hang out a lot? I thought they were dating. I thought I read that. I thought Ox told me that. Miss Frizzle had a girlfriend. She's a fictional character, and her personal life is not discussed in the books or television show. The character's Frizzle girlfriend is introduced as a one-time appearance in the adult Magic School Bus video. Okay. Yeah, they never mentioned it back then. I thought for some reason the new show kind of played off the old show, but yeah, she is... The character herself is a lesbian, confirmed in the newer show. I mean, the most thing they had was a very empowered woman at the time that wasn't like... It wasn't... She wasn't a female figure like Mary Poppins or really, like, all proper and you know... Like, just cutting away. Like, she was actually alive and had fun and, you know, was a rebel and stuff like that. Like, that wasn't that much either. Because if they were a rebel, they were over-sexualized. We were watching The Mask of Zorro last night. We got bored because I had no internet. So I'm like, just to see if Netflix works. And we started watching The Mask of Zorro. We're just watching Catherine Zeta-Jones, I believe, where she's like the princess, like, I love a wild, like she's a wild woman, but she loves a wild man who just is mysterious and all this other crap. Miss Frizzle was like, yep, she's here to have fun. This is cool. I thought for some reason that, but I must have gotten the two shows confused. Oh well. I mean, it's the same show, just different timelines. I'm trying to remember if they did the typical stereotypical things in that show. Because they had a black child, they had multicultural, which was a big deal, but I don't remember if they didn't double down on their backgrounds. I don't remember them doing it, but then again, I was a kid. What would I remember, right? I haven't watched it in a very long time. Didn't she have a clone or someone who looked very similar to her, and she was another? Yeah, was it at the museum? I feel like there was a character who wore glasses and had similar hair to her, and they had this whole show where they're looking at each other like, "Oh, we're kind of similar, aren't we?" I think maybe that's the girlfriend that I'm getting confused with. I feel like I remember a character that looked very similar to her. All right, I'm gonna post this. Please work. I swear I'm actually stalling to make sure that I can actually get my Steam working. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm very, very, we're extremely heavily considering switching. It's just like literally they fixed the issue and then our internet got worse again. So it's just, it's so frustrating. And unfortunately, and like this is affecting my work, so. Oh no. Looks like Pokemon is about to drop some content announcement for stuff that should have been available in the base game at a premium price. Uh-oh. Well, I don't know what that means, though. Like, I'm trying to... We'll just have to wait for it, because people say, like, maybe it'll just be catching up. Like, if it's content that's just catching up to everything else, that would be kind of garbage, but I mean... Yeah, it's a pretty big game to just rent, right? But imagine people yelled at Game Freak the same way they yelled at the Wizard game. Can you actually imagine the types of changes that could happen to a company that violently forces their workers to get an extraordinarily big game done in a year? I had a really bad mental state at the beginning of this week. Like really, really bad. And then once I started reading what was happening on social media, it was cathartic. Oh, thank you, Nightbot. Thank God. I forgot to fire you up. No, but I'm saying in terms of people getting outraged at a cause and actually wanting change. Because now the next test is the DC universe. People better stick to their guns. Get it? It's directed by James Gunn. Ha ha ha. Give it 2 months. Literally give it 2 months. We'll never hear about it again. No marathon will ever let it be seen. Except one. And they're getting enormous flack for it right now. Which is understandable. Also, like, you know. Whatever. It's a messy topic. I'm just stalling for time while we try and get other things going here. No, Marie! Hi, Marie. I'm so sorry. I had to dodge a kid yesterday who was sick. He only had a cold, but he's just sitting there. He didn't have... Apparently ran out of masks at his school. So he just came in and he's just like... and I'm like, oh no. Please don't. Please don't. There's more coughing. And then it got really violent and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, you okay, man? You don't seem all yourself today. And he goes... Yeah, I think I got a little bit of a cold. I had already, like, stopped touching his book, and he was doing all the movement for everything, and I'm just like, do you want me to go get you a mask? You okay with it? He goes, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay, good. That's the first kid that's, like, okay with putting a mask on, understanding that they're trying to protect others. I'm like, that is very kind of you. No, it's my internet, Marie. It's mine. We're in limbo right now. No, he is not down with the sickness. He does not have disturbed disease. He is not raging against the machine. Yeah, Maria, so basically at this point, Marie, what happened was our towers were out of date, so they fixed that, but once they fixed that, it seems as though we're once again back to half our internet speed, which the last time that happened, they had fused mine and my neighbor's internet together on the same wire, which is heavily illegal, and did that. So now my theory is going to be, I really want to hear this because I want to know if it's true. My theory is maybe they updated their towers, but that put all of our stuff out of date, or they set it at the wrong speed, or whatever the fuck they do with that stuff. So they basically ruined it, and then we'd have to go get a new modem or something. Like I just assumed that would be something they totally do. I have no idea what that is, Tim. But yeah, I had to dodge a sick kid yesterday. Is that, like, if you don't mind me, I'm not asking for prices or anything, but have you found that that's actually not that expensive? Like, is it manageable? Oh, I see. Zombie horror. Okay. Let's get in there, chat. It's gonna take 7 hours for I want to make her to finish this update. 2 days, apparently. Oh my god, dude. Maybe I pause it. Maybe I can pause it. It gets...
My name is Thomas Light. I am the researcher who designed and built...
Just want to see if I can boost it here. I need this for later, too. I need to work on my freaking game. Yeah, Chrono, it's really bad. Like, it's like... I have 30 download right now. I'm supposed to have 200. My parents are supposed to have 500. Oh, I've been saying that for a long time, Tim. At this point, you use the internet. People use the internet for every service almost. The majority of a population should have access, or sorry, the entire population should have access to internet, and most services should be offered for accessibility reasons to be caring for those who can't get into places. Yeah, so it's kind of like half of one, or 12 of one, half a dozen the other, or whatever the hell, 24 of one, half a dozen the other. No, 6 of one, half a dozen the other. There's the saying. Got there. I put on my good shirt for today's announcement. Remember, today, 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time, you'll get an announcement. Hopefully I don't cut out during the announcement. It's going to happen totally as it happens right now. Yay! Slideshow noob. I think we have to slap this on. It's my get out of jail free card. But yeah. I'm sure it's going to be like this for the next few days, and it's completely unacceptable, but like the worst part is, and this is going to sound really petty and all that, but like I want to get rank in Unite. I like the thing is, the games that I'm working on, because I'm preparing for the Rogan Randomizer Marathon, I need to be able to download and play games to unlock things. So without me being able to do that right now, it's putting my charity stuff very behind. Very, very, very behind. It's making things a mess, and I don't like it. I don't have any place to go right now to fix that. Because the other thing is, I'm actually working at night now. They've given me a fair amount of kids to fill up my nights with work. So the days are supposed to be like, okay, I work on this stuff, and then at night I go to work, and then when I get home, I can finish whatever I started. But usually in a night, I'm either relaxing or I'm just finishing what I started. But if I'm starting at night, if possible, like I can't even start at night now, right? I know it's good, Tim, but there's a lot of work to be done. Yeah. It's still my favorite thing where people say water is a basic, or like food, water, and shelter is a basic thing, but you pay for all of it. Because that's always a fun conversation to start with people, because then they have different opinions on it. But I digress. Hurry up and download! Please? You guys want to see what I've been working on my game? Yogurt with granola. My girlfriend bought us burgers last night. For Valentine's Day. There was no frozen yogurt nearby. Because I've been wanting frozen yogurt. I just want to be like we usually get ice cream and stuff, but like I'm being extremely self-conscious about my weight now. Again. So, well, I'm always self-conscious about my weight. But I'm trying to actually get the chisel back. And the way to do that is I'm not going to be able to completely change my diet, but I can cut certain things out. It'll be both a financial and a health buff. Ones that I will tank until I'm in a decent position. I just noticed I didn't get sick from that burger last night. I did it right. Ooh. So maybe instead of getting an 8-ounce in the future, I get just because I had a 6. I usually got the 8-ounce burger, but I didn't put any sauce on it. I just put like lettuce, onion, bacon, and it was a 6-ounce patty. So the sauce is cut out is confirmed. I didn't even put ketchup on it. I didn't want ketchup. I'm almost curious. It's too expensive to test for an 8-ounce, but... because quantity and certain things both make me ill. But in this case, 6-ounce did not make me sick. The difference in 2 ounces is noticeable. I know. I know it. Yeah, sugar's the killer, Tim. Steak and broccoli? Ooh. I'm just getting it loaded up here. I've done a fair amount of work on it. I've been going back and forth between my map and working on this. I've had more ideas on how I want to improve this, and a couple of more mechanics that I need to test. But I can show you what I have been doing. Let's see. To the internet. Damn you! You're not supposed to be revealing things. Oh no, now they know I use Microsoft Excel like a scrub. I've figured out how to make this bigger. Guess I cut out that other information. Basically, what I've been doing is, like, I've been working out all the numbers and everything, and trying, and I have, like, baselines based on a couple of tests of what numbers I want to test. So, I've just been working on that mostly. The items are coming along. Oh, HelloFresh, you're never in a good spot. Boom, there you go, boom, right there. But yeah, I've just been like, I updated a couple of characters, just going through, checking out some of the mechanics and making sure that they're all clean and good to go. Some of this has changed quite a bit. I made it so that if there's more, like, there would be quote-unquote less pieces and things are a little more... they're a little bit easier to identify when you're supposed to do it in the game. I don't really know how to explain it. Because basically you make decisions on who goes where at the beginning of every day in the game. And then you play out those days in a particular order. So, like, there's a lot of things here that just end up being too much. Like, I think I'm actually cutting this out. They're just here because it would have been something like you do 2 actions at the camp, then you take your turns to figure out who goes where, and then you have to like flip another card, then you flip 2 other cards. It was just a lot of like setup daily and micromanagement that I don't think needs to happen in the game. So I've just been sort of cleaning that up to make it easier for players to be able to play through it. But we're kind of getting to the point where I need to start playtesting the damage more. I just have to be happy with the loot and everything, because right now that's the biggest thing, is me trying to figure out what damage and what effects they want. I feel like the effects, I don't have, see, the problem is I don't understand, and I need people's opinions on this, because I know, I might know the answer, but I'm trying to figure out if the way that people design games is with synergies in mind, because right now, like when I look at games, they play around certain strategies, right? Like all the items are built around particular strategies. So it's like, okay, well, let's see. You have physical attack-based combos. You have special attack-based combos. You have tank combos, HP-based combos, right? And they choose what seems to be a certain pool of them and says, all right, we're going to design fake number here because I know statistics, because 95% of my statistics are 40% accurate 20% of the time. 90% of our items will be built around these mechanics, and then the other 10 will just be wild card sort of splashed into any build generic crap. And I feel like I've gone the opposite, where I have a lot of generic, like, these are all independently their own thing, but like the idea is you're supposed to gear yourself up, so I don't want it to become, I got the best gear, hurrah, you know what I mean? I would like to build some kind of synergy, but I don't know how you go about balancing that in a game, other than you just put 200 of something in a room and see which 40 comes out on top, you know what I mean? That's probably going to be what this game is, because what I've done is I've taken everybody's ideas and I just sort of built them based on what the item would correlate to in real life, right? So, oh my god, please stop doing that. So that's the issue I'm currently having, is figuring out what balance, or what sort of approach to take when determining when I want something to happen, like whether or not I want all of these things to connect to each other or not, you know what I mean? Oh my god, this is not loading at all. Please move. Oh, wait, we got internet back. Holy shit. It went from 3 days to 50 seconds, chat. It's doing it. Do I know any other game designers? I know one. He lives in a pineapple above the sea on some weird island that's referred to abbreviated letters more than its actual full name. Like, at this point, Harry is going to be the, like, I trust everybody's word, obviously, because feedback will be useful no matter what. Unless you just come in and be like, this game sucks, and then leave. That's not very helpful. But, Harry is the general resident expert on how certain things work. No, we're just talking about a current roadblock that I ran into with game design. -2, it's supposed to be +2. Boom. expensive, 'cause that's pretty good. Yeah, because some of these are cool on their own. Like Marie's weapon here, the Inked brand, is really cool. But it's like one of those generalist, will just be good when used type of thing, which is fine. But I don't know, I definitely know I lack synergies, or maybe I could achieve synergies without needing so many components in the game. Because that's my worry with having, because I've never built a co-op game like this. So when I build a co-op game and everybody has their own unique talents and quirks and stuff like this, my concern is it gets dull after a while, because I find that with some co-op games. Like, for example, Zombicide. I'll tell you right now, Zombicide was kind of weird because it's a very enjoyable game, but unless you get other campaigns, like if you just play Wanda, you're always Wanda. You're always the chainsaw diner girl rollerblading through and doing a particular play style, right? But I don't know if that's what people want, and that's just a me problem where I get bored of very... Because, I mean, honest, let's admit, there's a reason why I randomize a bunch of things in games, right? If I gotta use the same frickin' knight with the same frickin' abilities, I'm gonna get frickin' bored of the frickin' knight using the same frickin' ability where he or she or them tank it up. Once in a while, I just want a little bit of a loose cannon knight, you know? Just a little bit of a stabby stealth clinking clanking guy over going, you know? But, you know, to balance, I wouldn't get bored. It's just that's why there's a lot of characters. But, yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, did you? Sweet. What was it? I could just say, like, I could just do that. See, that's what I always ran into, Marie. That's literally what I ran into with Project Alpha Era, right? My friends play a very particular way, and they all had their own, like, characters that they would relate to. And then, I brought it out to you guys, the way, like, Suwako and you and, Broken and everybody else, the way that they played. I'm just like, what the hell is happening? Which is fine, because that's what it's supposed to be, right? Oh, those are the best, though. Like, that's the best part. That, the way that people see the game. Like, for example, I'll tell you this much, right? The one consistency that we had with Project Alpha Era is there were multiple players who didn't want to pick on each other, like, didn't want to pick on the weakest link, like, they weren't teaming up and taking out, anyone, like, they weren't taking out the threats. Like, they were like, oh, let's just all beat each other up, and then once we get low, I'll win, right? We don't want to kick people out of the game too quickly. But then there's like a couple of players who are like, nah, screw that. This like, there's no handshake in Smash Bros. I'm gonna go take out the threat to me, and then people would get upset at that. Like it's just very interesting how people look at those kinds of games as groups even. And there just seems to be rules that you bring immediately to the table with yourself. Yeah, no, both are valid. Yeah. The goal of the goal of games is to provide an environment and a system where people can learn the standard way of playing it, but there is going to be no board game police that comes out and says, you're wrong, and you can just say F the rules. Like, there are some games that we've taken, like Boss Monster, we're just like, I don't like these rules, let's play these this way. Who's going to tell you otherwise? Elitist assholes, that's the only people who are going to tell you off, right? The nice thing about this game, if people want to mess around with it, this game can be role-played. That it's designed with that in mind, because the idea is you're playing against a game and nobody has to be the dungeon master, but there is room for a dungeon master, because it's built like you could custom. It's similar to Catacombs, where you can kind of customize what you want to fight, so you can choose what bosses you want to beat up, or you can choose, like, you could follow the targeting and the suggested stats for these monsters, or you could just be like, yeah, instead of this being a random attack, or instead of rolling a die, I'm going to choose who it attacks, right? That sort of thing. So yeah, I guess synergy is not, I'm not as worried about synergy as much as I am just like, if I want to build the game so that people feel like they have options and they're not just looking for, oh, I like this item the best, I always want this item, right? Obviously that comes with balancing, and that's going to happen in any games no matter what. So oh my god, hurry up. It's still loading. Is it still? It's stuck. It's just stuck. Fuck, man. It's gonna break my I want to make her. I'm gonna cry. It's just not loading, but I don't even know if I can play games. That's the thing. I'm actually concerned that I'm just stuck here. Played in 4 hours? Oh no. Now, was that what the playtester said, or the game designer said, or was that the prediction? Like, yeah, I guess that's the like, was that predictions? His friends were able to, because they were straightforward. That's why I stopped putting timings. When people would ask me how long a session, I'm like, we'll play for this long. We'll play for this long, and then we'll see how far we get. Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, dear God. My nose is not treating me well today either. Help! Yeah, this one, yeah, I guess it all depends on the game. This one's pretty Darkest Dungeon-like. So, yeah, I've been having issues. I'm not ill. It's just it's that point in the year again where it's super dry everywhere, and I actually have to go. I think I'm gonna call my doctor today just to have him check my throat because I've been losing my voice every day, and I haven't even been doing more or less talking. If anything, I've been drinking more tea and water than normal because I like to drink a lot of water anyways, but I've been drinking a lot more fluids, and it's not helping the throat. But at the end of the day, the throat is pretty raw, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. I just want to make sure that lump that I found in my neck, like, it still feels like it's there, so I want that checked. Could be tonsils, but I don't think you feel the tonsils. Oh, I don't actually know if you feel the tonsils. It might just be inflamed tonsils again. It's not the first time, right? Well, I'll keep working on this until we wait on it. We can talk. What's going on, chat? Yeah, it's... I have... Oh, trust me, man. I got really big lumps for lymph nodes. Absolutely. So much to the point where they had to do ultrasound scans because they were concerned. Like, we just have to make sure that these are benign. Because they're, like, really big lumps in my neck. It's weird. It's very strange. It only happened in the past few years. I found sometimes allergy pills do help with illness. I just need to figure out what to do in my nose. Like, the tips of my nose here get really dried out, and then they get, like, bumps on the inside. And it's very painful. Because even if I, like, put my finger on my nose, it hurts. And with a mask, it doesn't help. No, it's gained additional plus 2. Nice, Tim. Enjoy that. Yeah, that might not be correct. Oops! Enjoy, Marie. Which ones are you going to be checking out? There's not nearly enough combo in all this. Oh my god. That's the Tim weapons right here. The chilling, light, and hot novel. Get it? Get it? Ha. Excuse me. I might want to make this do something different, though. I'm not sure. We'll come back to that later. Steam! Please. I like having video games in my life. this one is not quite sure. That's interesting. That's more interesting. Block. This makes no sense. Yeah, this no longer works because combo is completely different in this game now. If you guys have any questions about this game, feel free to ask. We're stalling for time. I'm just waiting for the internet to work. We could do the announcement. The announcement will work, but also like I wish it was different, but it's not. So there's that. Do I have more than one sticker brush on this? I can't tell anymore. I think I have 2 sticker brush symphonies on this list. I think I do, actually. By the way, if you didn't notice, I actually kept the appreciation posts up. I think it'll just be a nice thing to keep around on the channel. People seemed to really enjoy it yesterday, and thank you very much for hanging out yesterday. I hope that was a fun stream for you. Archipelago is always an enjoyable thing. Gets a lot of people excited just even for the prospect of joining and just wanting to be a part of it. But nice and relaxing day. Wish the internet was in a similar position, but it wasn't. Oh yeah, me too. I mean, I was happy. More people could have. If I just started like a couple hours later, couldn't, but that's the big thing about it is I don't go in I don't go in expecting people to play Archipelago with me. Like either way, if nobody played me yesterday, I was just gonna do a run for myself. That would have been the same amount of time, right? Probably, or something like that. But what's happening for Pokemon Day? Oh, they released a new logo. Nice. Chatbot scheduled maintenance. Okay. Oh, is that why it was prompting me to reauthorize or whatever? Pretty sure this, I'm just looking right now. Pretty sure this is 2 sticker brush symphonies. That's fine. Whatever. It's nice. Are you still at 82%? I hate you. I hate you so much. Okay. Twin axe. What am I going to do with the twin axe? What are the attack patterns? Attack patterns of twin axes. How do people attack with axes? Stealth weapon? No. This is how I figure out how to, like, put qualities in my weapons, by the way. I figure out how they, like, I look up the history of them to see how they were used. The history of the axe. It's really cool, though. Like, I've learned a lot about some weapons. Because I do, like, one of my favorite things to go see at museums is the evolution of, like, I hate war, but, like, I love the evolution of weaponry and just tactics and stuff, like, things that we figured out and improved upon and stuff like that. Military science is a fascinating historical piece to me. Non-shaft hole axes. What the hell is that? No hole for the handle. Made from flint, greenstone, or slate. Flake axe? Okay. That was a shaft hole axe. I've never heard of greenstone. Huh. Double-headed battle axe. Mainly around the Rügen in Germany and on Zealand in Denmark, as the battle axe culture established itself in the surrounding areas. The axe had a flared edge that became very prominent among the later types, which also gained a flared butt. The double-edged axes were always made from hard and homogeneous stones, such as they were also finely polished. That doesn't explain to me how they use them. Axes as weapons. Here we go. Yeah. Projectile bow. I don't care about that. making the axe extra light for use in battle. When I said a twin axe, did I mean a two-sided axe? I think I meant a double. I was going for the double-headed battle axe. Nope, double-sided axe. So twin axes. What did I make for your attack? Your attack is pierce. Yeah, that's right. Twin axes. 2. I'm trying to remember back when I learned size. It's different, but if you have if you have an axe in each hand, chat, here you go. Here's a little. Let's get a little fantasy-like. You got an axe in each hand. What would be a really cool thing to do with them? That's just that size. Oh, they're actually called Sai? Oh, 2 Sai? Because I had 1 in each hand. We said size. We're Americanized, I'm sorry. Size plural? Oh. Shit, I wish someone would have told me that. It's like when I used to say... It's when I used to say bow staff, and my ex was like, are you just saying staff? I go, what do you mean? It's called a bow staff. No, it's called a bow. Bow means staff. I'm like, oh. Well, shit. Okay. 3rd degree black belt, by the way. No one corrected me on that. Alright, you got an axe. You got an axe in each hand. We could be creative with the way they're designed, but what would be cool about an axe in each hand? What kind of attack patterns do we want to go for? Obviously, you could go for like a finisher type thing. Juggling. Interesting. How could juggling translate into a mechanic in this game? Grabbing, pulling, yeah. I'm trying to think of the way you would move so I could try and build it into different mechanics in the game, right? It's trying to look for realism. It's fantasy. We can do whatever the hell we want, but I mean, we have a friggin' meat, ham on a bone that you get to eat while hitting people with it. Like the one from over the head and just straight down. That's always a cool look. Alright, now how can I turn that in? What kind of mechanic would that be? Very flashy. It's very flashy. It digs deep. That would dig very deep, very inaccurate. So pulling off a move like that needs someone who's very, very, very good at it. It's kind of what I was imagining too. Either that, or like you throw one axe. You like throw one axe and then you hit him with the other. Kind of like you pin them and then you hit them a second time and you pull the axe back out. That's another image that comes to mind for me. Ooh. Like a Darth Maul axe saber. Definitely have Pierce. Definitely be a piercing blow if you, like, go through them with that, right? Trying to think how I would incorporate that into a mechanic. Because I kind of know, like, what you can do in the game. There are cool ideas like that. I just have to figure out how, like, where that would fit in as an ability, or if it's something else. Just make it its own weapon. Oh, boy. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm going through gaming withdrawal. Oh, I know that. I like that. That's what this game is. This game is just stuck to the wall. This whole game is a glob on the wall. Okay. What if we... What if we did both? Hold on. I like that. Now it's both. Now you can be as creative as you... What happened to my longsword? Oh, that was weird. You can choose to either do the super jump, which would be the piercing attack. See, this is the cool thing, because when you see the effects, you can say, like, how the effects happen, right? Like, when you would... like, if people want to do the role-playing piece in it, right? If they want to have that kind of imagery, because everything's very ambiguous, but you'll have pictures of the weapons or whatever, and you can just imagine how you're attacking with the twin axes. So, okay, so twin axe, either used as a close range super fan slap, which will pierce through armor, or you can throw the axes, whichever way you wanted to, and it ignores retaliation. Retaliation is usually to make you take damage equal to the attack that you did, but if we make it a ranged attack, you ignore that. Okay, let's do that. I have to, this is by no means of the match, like, no stretch balanced in what gets what boosts. I know the numbers I want to work with to test anyways, but, like, I'm super afraid that I have not given nearly enough, like, intelligence boosts. It's probably just because the stupid scholar. Friggin' man who reads books. Wait, shouldn't this be +1 strength? 2 strengths, 1 dex, 2 dex, 1 fin. It should be 2 fin and 1 strength. How did I mess that up? Probably too tired at some point. There you go. You have Pierce. Attack has Pierce. Move one block from whenever you kill a monster with attack, deal damage. With your dex to adjacent monsters. I gotta figure out how to word that better, but that's okay. This feels very. I probably gotta make that +2 dex to make that valuable. Here we go. I don't know why I made a pike an intelligence-based weapon, but I did. This is combo all of a sudden. I think that's actually why I probably made an intelligence-based weapon. Because if I recall when I read, I think pikes are actually really hard to use effectively. That's probably what it probably is, something like that. Guys, it is not budged, but it says it has budged. I'm so lost. Steam, what is wrong? I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this goddamn internet. I feel terrible for you. I just don't want it to break. Like, that's the problem. I just don't want to break things by stopping the update. But, like, the update's also not going because my internet's too garbage. But I'm also enjoying myself, to be honest. I don't feel as entertaining, but I do feel like we're getting some good work done here. This is what I try and do before I fall asleep at night. Stabby point, axe and hammer side. That also keeps zombies from running up the length of it after you stab. Oh, that is true. The little point there that acts as a door stopper, but in this case like a rib cage stopper. That checks out. Wait, what? Wednesday is a working day? No. Beehole, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Man, everybody really went all in on social media with the whole roses are red, violets are blue stuff. Oh, no, really, dude? I'm sorry to hear that. that's a creepy little game. It's a game where you're the Thing, like you're a walking hand, you're Thing from Addams Family, and you have to free other hands and bring them to their espresso cups. You guys want to see this? Here you go. Enjoy. Floppy hand warning. I'm reading too much about axes. Just went down a rabbit hole on weapons. There we go. Mid fixation ignores front line. Your attacks ignore front line. There we go. Yep, this is a good one here, actually. I'm gonna make this +1 fin because that effect, now that I know what the HP is looking like in people's HP bars, this is a very powerful weapon, in my opinion anyways. Oh dear, excuse me. Wake up me. Wee. Alright. What was I calling it again? Was I calling it the bush? No. +2 attack value when attacking in battles while in the woods. There you go. I have a lot of weapons that are strength based. What did I do with that other weapon? How did I write that in? Oh, I did like that. Where is the Great Club? I think what I'll do is I'll finish this page, then I'll just try and load up a game. See how it goes. I might just have to stall this update. I don't think anything will break because it has its own... Like, am I still dropping frames? Oh, yeah. Fuck, dude. Unbelievable. actually unreal. But I'll try and fire up a game. Like, I'll take a break here soon, and then I'll fire up a game and just go from there. Won't be a long break. I just need to stand up and scream at Rogers. I also need to call my doctor just to set up an appointment. According to my OBS, I have dropped 1,800 frames. I don't know if I'm stalling as much. Like, I'm not losing full connection, which is nice, because that means at least stream is functioning. It's just not actually functioning because I can't do anything. Okay. Tim, you were talking about I don't want to sound like another parental figure to you, but you're a smart lad, and you said that you were on a diet adventure of sorts. Have you considered that potentially sleep could be affecting that too? Not saying it's like an easy fix, just go sleep, forehead. I'm not saying that, but I know for me that was a big deal for me too when I put on a lot of weight with my sleep schedule was atrocious. Because it does affect your metabolic rate. It affects a lot of chemicals. Oh god, it's the double whammy. My favorite issues in life. Carry on. Well done. Yes. Well. Yup. It is. The best and the worst part, as we always said in my kinesiology class, is the best part about the human body is it's complex and can solve it always solves issues for itself. The worst part about the human body is it's complex and it causes a lot of issues for itself. What the hell was I trying to say here? For this one? Roll 2 tier... Wait, hold on. Roll a tier 2... Roll tier 2s equal to half your dex rounded down. Your next round, roll 2 additional tier 1s equal to the number of stars. Oh, okay. Yeah. Again, we can fix the wording later. Yeah, that's what I said about Christmas this year. Oh my god, man. I took it easy eating at so many... 4 Christmas dinners? And I felt like I put on a lot of weight. Just in general. But like, I just felt like I feel like I'm trying to do everything I can. And like I wasn't overindulging or gorging or anything like this. But at the same time, just looking at it going like, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's a good thing. Oh, they actually did that? Oh, shit. Okay. There we go. That's why that wasn't making any sense. Just Pierce. Yeah, that makes sense. That seems really cheap for it, but we'll take it. I'm just imagining if you don't use the abilities on the bows, you're just running up and whacking them with the bow, which is why they can retaliate on your shots. Oh, you have an e-bike, Tim? How do you like it? I was obsessed with those things when they came out. Oh my god, I'm like, because that was at a time too where I was afraid of driving, and I'm just like, oh, the e-bike solves every issue that I would have, not that we would have in the future, sweetheart, or anything like that. It means I can get around everywhere. I can be like those badasses on Harley Davidsons, but I'm just on my e-bike going beep beep as I drive by. They just have like their biker helmets and shit, and like aviators on. I just look at them with my Link glasses. Do the thing and just walk forward. They like rev. I just turn off the power and start pedaling. You want a drag race? I got this in the bag. I'll see you on the bike path. Oh wait, you can't join. I win. Lol. And then I'd probably get hit in the head with a chain or something like that. But the point is, yeah. Because there were two different types. The e-bike, like the one where you had the motor in it. Like that was what I was obsessed with. Then I found the ones where it has like a facilitated motor. So you would actually charge the motor as you pedaled. And then you could flick that on if it was, let's say, extended rides. To help yourself get up really big hills or stuff like that. That's what I would probably go for more, because that'd be extremely useful if you want to go on, let's say, 3-4 hour adventures and you just want to keep pedaling, like you pedal the hard parts and then maybe like some of the easy parts you just put on the motor to like kind of coast through town or stuff like that. Or like the other way around where you could like if you're on roads, you could just put the engine on so you don't have to worry about losing speed. Like that was really cool. If you ever want exercise and you visit me, and this goes to anybody that I invite, don't just randomly show up. But if you ever want to bring your bike out here, my town literally is like nothing but hills. So it is a spectacular town to bike in if you're looking for exercise. Because you can go both ways. You can go straight downhill a lot, or you go straight uphill a lot. Different gradients, angles, it's all great. It's all good stuff. What happened? Do I have a hole in my pants? No! Wait, how did the hole get there? Point is. Oh, that's cool, Tim. I was actually curious about that. Will they allow you to do that? I guess as long as you're on time. But is that, I guess because it's an e-bike, it's a mode of transportation. As long as you can carry whatever you're delivering, that is a viable option. Because I know certain companies, when I was looking into that too, they were very particular with like need to have this, and like this was a long time ago, so I'm sure they've been less picky now that there's more competition or they have more money and don't give a shit, whatever. But yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. That's still fine. You know what one day Tim could be delivering to you? Hello Fresh Canada. Use my code HelloProPoke to get up to 20 free meals. Hi, nerd. I'm having Unite withdrawal. Please help. How are you? Yeah, that's fair. They won't give you like a 45-minute distance by car delivery, right? Could pigeonhole you, but it's a start, right? Yeah, because my internet's really bad right now, so we should be playing games, but I can't. And my Switch cannot connect to the internet. So I actually can't get any of my login bonuses or finish getting to Ultra at the very least. Like, I want to get to Masters, but I don't want to go to Expert. Let's put it that way. I played a few games with Suwako in Unite and Expert. Like him being an Expert and me being in Veteran. And the games, oh my god. Oh my god. It was an exceptional example of the difference in skill. When you feel like maybe you don't belong down there, and yet you have 8 other people or 9 other people in the game as well who are like, maybe you do because you're losing to me. Like, literally, every time I died, I felt bad because I'm like, how did I die to you? I'm not like this. And I just kept saying everybody gets lucky once in a while, but, you know, unfortunately they got lucky multiple times. Oh, nice, yeah. Like, I'm trying to get to ultra minimum so that if I get dropped to veteran, it's fine. We just keep trying to grind back up. I don't know how many days are left of the season, but I just don't want to drop to expert. It looks like garbage down there, and it's not saying like people down there are garbage because there are people in this chat who are expert or less, and that's not taking away from you. I'm just saying, for me personally, I know that I can achieve higher levels, and I want to play against tougher opponents so I can get better at the game. It's no longer an EPeen flex. It's just, like, I just want better quality games. Well, that's what I'm hoping to do, Chrono. I'm almost tempted to be like, over the weekend, if my internet's still not fixed, I'm just going to call up my friends and be like, look, I need your TV, and I need you to leave your apartment for, like, 9 hours. If you're listening to me, Lizzie Bear, listen, okay? Listen. I think you're one of the greatest people in the world. We've known each other since I met your sister in grade 7, or grade 6 and a half, and then we turned out to be real good friends when we got to know each other a bunch in university. So you understand that this grind, just like it was with Pokemon Showdown, literally defines my manhood, and I need it in my life now. I was supposed to be on the bridal party. Give me this. No, I'm kidding. I am the bride. I'm the best man. I mean, I was supposed to be on her side. I'm a little pissed I'm not a bridesmaid. Because I made them work for that. Did I ever tell you guys that my friends were deciding which side I was going to be on because they didn't have enough for either side? And they needed to fill one spot. So I made them do an actual test of how much they knew me to decide. Lizzie won over Mugini. By 2 or 3, I think. There was like 10 or 15 questions, and she got 2 or 3 more questions done. And I was so ready. I was going to be like, whatever color you get, same color suit and everything. Then they decided to make me best man. I'm like, I mean, that's fine. I get to walk down the aisle with my girlfriend because she's maid of honor. So I was like, that's fine. You know, I just put this thing together to show that I just wanted to see how much you guys care, and you guys knew quite a bit about me. It's all good. It's all good. In fact, it might actually be another game show. I might run 2 game shows this year because I had a really freaking funny idea for charity on top of the Pokemon game show, where I do a game show where I test people to see if they could do the questions that I give my students in tutoring, who are like grade 3 to 5, just to see if you could do it. Just to see how well you could do it. Like the boggles and the word jumbles and stuff like that. Simple math and all this other stuff. I'm just curious. Like, they're not hard questions. You guys would be able to solve them. It's just, I'm just curious to see if you looked at it and went, they're doing this? Yeah, they are. So that's the thing, is I want to play with you too, nerd. It just, we need, man. I'm hoping maybe they do the the Heroes of the Storm thing where they'll have normal queue with no draft, and then they'll have that draft normal queue where maybe people actually play that in Unite. That way we don't have to play ranked matches, and then we could just play like the ranked one. That's okay, Tim. We'll have one this year. I don't know if it's Word Scramble. I think this year, just to give you like months in advance warning, I think we're actually gonna do a word search. Maybe we gotta mix it up a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. The format we've had for the game show for the past couple of years has been really good. A lot of people have been getting into it, and it's very easy to build for chat too, which is important because otherwise you don't get to play, and that's not cool. Well, it depends what you mean by smart, nerd, because smart looks different for every student. I didn't realize word search, like even yesterday when we were talking with Sonic and crew, I didn't realize word searches were harder. I guess I never considered it is a different skill from other puzzle solving things, but I've always thought it was easier because you could never actually lose in a word search because no matter what, you will find the word. Whereas in like a crossword, you might not ever figure out the word if you never use outside sources, right? Maybe it's just my perspective on different mind puzzles. Seems actually really strong. I'm gonna put this down. That seems really freaking strong. They're the same thing, kinda. I'll actually make this one just... There, now they're different. Yeah, that's what I wanted, right? That's what I want out of the game show. Like, that's the thing, is it's, you know... And I always bounce back and forth whenever I say it's really hard to interact with chat because, you know, chat's really lurky and stuff like this. But the game show, because it's that very specific day and people get into it at that time, it's a very easy way for people to go in and out. Like, that's the thing about Archipelago too, right? Everybody can jump in and then jump out when they need to. That's the type of stuff this community needs, including myself, right? Like, I want to play Jackbox with Harry, and I want to like do a lot of the things that people are doing in chat, interact and vote and stuff like this, but I'm like you, where I am in and out non-stop, doing whatever I'm doing. Maybe I'm relaxing and just trying to not Twitch foam foam over Twitch non-stop, right? So yeah. Okay. Just as a reminder, guys, we have an announcement at 1:45 p.m. today, 2 p.m. on Twitter. So look out for that. What are you looking for, Dad? Oh. With that face? Hi, Milo. You in the office tomorrow? Okay. That's fine. It's 350. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a doctor's appointment tomorrow. My neck, my throat hasn't. I've been dry for 3 weeks. I've been losing my voice every day. And I still feel like I have that lump in my neck, so I just want to get checked. Yeah. Yeah. Way more than normal. It's not helping. The 911T. I find the cold medicine. The other ones just make me constipated. This one's lesser of evils. Yeah. And I mean, it's dry in here still. It's that time of year, so. Yeah, it's not just here though. Yeah, it's around the house. Plus, I'm wearing a mask a lot, so it's drying me out. Did you guys decide what you're doing with the internet? Chat, I'll be right back. Sorry about the delays. We'll try and get a game going after this. Or just work on this for the rest of the day until the announcement. I don't know. I gotta go deal with my cat. I gotta go deal with the internet thing. See you soon. I gotta go over here. Where's my BRB screen? Milo, please, man.